Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to all my subscribers. There has been a major jump in the last less than, I'd say, 24 to about 36 hours. I want to do this candlelight real quick, our Bush candle. It's going to be kind of a long video. Not long compared to others, but for me it's a long video. So I want to make this part really quick. It's our candle. This is winter sage. If you don't know what that is, it breaks up negative energy, scares away evil stuff, basically. They don't like this. Alright, so I want to say thank you guys very, very much. We're going to get the video started really soon, but I want to say I believe the reason why it went up, I'm not 100% sure, but there's a channel called Diva TV. I believe she's a tarot reader or something like that. I found just one video and it was saying the same thing about the shift that I said in my video, and I made a mention. And so she also mentioned me, and so was a really good collaboration, I should say. So I just want to say thank you. I'm going to put the little numbers that have gone up. And the other thing is, oh yeah, this is that video that I'm talking about. There's going to be a sudden shift in energy and consciousness. I'm looking at it right now. In less than 24 hours, it got 139 views. In 24 hours, it got 144 views. I've never, ever even come close to those numbers. Usually, I get about 16, 20, maybe 24, 25 in 24 hours. That's very rare. It just blew up and took off, and all of a sudden, my subscribers are going up. So I want to say thank you very much to all my subscribers, and thank you for sticking in with me. And I think I'm finally starting doing something right. See you guys in the video. It's going to start now. All right, let's get to the video. So let me open up that email. And I'm not going to read what he wrote, but what I wrote. So he says, how do I get over a breakup? So I wrote him 3 emails, and the last video basically explains you need self-love, okay? You need to lay down in bed, okay? And just be with yourself. Hold yourself. Drop your awareness and feel, let me say this, but this is important. You need to feel the hurt, the pain, the fear, the shame, whatever it is you're feeling, the anger, I'm trying to think of another one, the loneliness. What most people do is they don't want to feel negative emotions. They don't want to feel hurt and pain, so they push it down. They get on their TikTok, they get on their Instagrams, and they get on their YouTubes, and I'm trying to think of Facebook. What's the other one? The other one, Instagram, but there was another one. Dating sites. They do anything they can to distract themselves from their pain. You will never heal by doing that. That's why I said in the last video, there's no quick hypnosis technique to, sure, I could hypnotize you. I could actually even get you into a better emotional state, but eventually you're going to have to heal those emotional wounds. And how you do that, I said in the last video, spend time with yourself. Okay, I'm going to give you the steps in this video. All right. So let me read a little bit of what I wrote to him. Okay, this is the number 1 rule. Number 1, you have to take time off and not date for half the time you two were together. So let's say you're in a relationship for 5 years. The rule is you need to spend 2.5 years not dating anybody. Not even a coffee date. Not even going to lunch dates or movies or hanging out at the coffee shop. No, you need to take that time. And you need to spend it with yourself. You need to go home on the couch and cry with yourself. You need to hold and feel those emotions. That's all that self-love. There's a really cool thing that happens when you do that. I'm kind of skipping through the email here. No, I'm not going to skip that. Okay, so let me finish this part. Okay, so basically the rule is, it's half the time that you're in a relationship. So if you were in a relationship for 2 years, for 1 year, no dating. When I mean no dating, I mean no sex. No, you need to cancel your online dating sites. No going to the movies with anyone, especially the opposite sex or whoever the sex you're attracted to. You need to spend that time alone. If you're going to go to the movies, go alone. I'm serious. It is the most liberating experience you will ever have in your life. Because here's what's going on. The reason why you feel so lonely and so desperate and I need someone in my life is because you haven't connected with yourself. A friend of mine, I saw him at the movies one time and he was all alone. This was when I was young. I think I was 20 approximately. Like, what are you doing? He goes, what do you mean? I'm like, are you here alone? He goes, yeah, why? I thought that was weird. And so he and I actually ended up hanging out after that. Now, I knew him from high school, but he had moved to the town I was living at the time, and I bumped into him. And so he eventually goes, dude, you need to start going to movies alone. I'm like, why? He goes, bro, it's because it'll teach you that you don't need someone to be with. And that's why most people in relationships, not necessarily because they want to be, but because they need to. That is not healthy. And that's why you hurt so bad. There's another, it is part of it though, is why you hurt so bad is because you feel, here, hold on, let me shut this, that, well, I can't go to the movies alone, I can't go to dinner alone. I used to be one of those people. I used to be so nervous in public all alone, but I made myself for years. In fact, it happened. I went through a bad breakup, and the person I was going to, the therapist / energy healer, was like, you know, Michael, you've got to like not date for half the time. I was like, what do you mean? Because I was like all about dating. I was a dating coach. And she goes, you got to stop dating for like half the time. She goes, how long have you guys been together? I said, 8 years. She goes, no, you can't date for 4 years. I was like, what? I said, no. I think you even cussed. I said, no. I think I said F that. I said, F that. And she goes, all right, fine. Then just do it for 2 years. I'm like, or no, she goes, yeah, 2 years. I'm like, there's no way. And she goes, Michael, look at how you look at us. Like you can't live without having someone in your life. And I was like, so it kind of embarrassed me. She goes, all right, I tell you what, why don't you do this? 1 year. 1 year. Don't meet, even as a friend. Instead of meeting someone at the coffee shop, go home and spend time alone on the couch. Not watching TV, not on your dating or chat apps or Facebook. You've got to put time aside to be with you.
So the part I almost left out was I actually did not listen to her advice at first. I actually jumped into another dating, almost relationship within a week or maybe 2 weeks. And that young lady had just gotten out of a relationship herself. And let's just say that things went haywire. I got really hurt again. I was really pissed off, and it was just blah, blah, blah. So I went back to my therapist / energy healer, and she goes, Michael, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. You're just bringing your old wounds into the next relationship. You need to heal your wounds first, and then you need to reconnect with yourself fully and completely before you can connect with anyone. Otherwise, it's just going to be one big mess.
My thing is I would lay down in bed and feel this pain and this sadness. That is how you heal your emotional wounds. They're hurting. I get it. But if you keep trying to push it down or distract by watching TV or doing this or TikToks or whatever, that pain's always going to be there for the rest of your life. So you might as well choose now is the right time. Even if you're in a relationship, put time aside to feel your hurts. Because what happens here's what happens, what ruins most relationships. You're hurting and your partner is happy. And so you get mad and it's like you want them to fix your hurt. They can't. It's not possible. So you blame them and you shame them and you yell at them, and it's their fault that you're hurting, that you feel alone. No, it is not. No, it is not. No. No, it is not. It means that you have not fully connected with yourself. When you become a whole and complete being and you feel really good, your life becomes meaningful. You have this emotionally fulfilling experience in life with yourself. This is called a whole, complete human being.
And this is what I specialize in. This is what I call emotional healing and connecting to yourself, becoming whole and complete. It makes you a much more solid and powerful person socially. So I've been working with men on how to reconnect with themselves for 30 years now. It is amazing. And yes, women, we can help you to heal. And also I will show you techniques and work with your energy so you can reconnect with yourself and become complete.
They should make a law or a rule, or at least teach us, like you should never get into a relationship until you fully and completely connect with yourself. Once you fully, completely connect with yourself, I want to take it. Now you can connect with another fully and complete human being, and you can come together. That's two whole, complete beings becoming one. That is a healthy relationship. All right? Because otherwise, what's going to happen? Your emotional wounds will surface in the relationship over and over. And it'll get to the point where you truly believe they don't care about you because you're sitting here hurting and they're succeeding in life, or they're making money, or they're just having a good time laughing with their buddies. And you're mad because you're hurting and you don't feel that joy. That's not their fault. It's not technically your fault. It's your pain, though. And what is your fault / responsibility is you need to go home, crawl into bed or on the couch, and just cry with yourself and feel that emptiness, feel that whatever it is, that shame, that hurt, that wound. If you do not allow yourself to feel your emotions, you'll never heal them. And here's what you do. Most people clamp down, they tighten down. What you need to do is let it go. It's like you don't want to, but Mike, that's going to hurt. Believe it or not, but when you let it expand out, it eventually completely heals. It is the most amazing experience. You have to be with this feeling with no judgment. You need to fully accept it and allow it to feel its negative emotions, its hurt, its pain, its emotional wound. Allow it to feel that. Allow it to be in that space. It's like literally like this. I don't want to use the crystal. It's like I don't go feel better, be happy, stop being sad. You don't do that because now you're not accepting it for what it is, and it will never heal. The moment you say, you know what, this is where you're at right now, and that's okay. I'm going to be here with you. That's how you do it. It's like you have this. So instead of focusing in a linear way, you have this open awareness. It's like you allow your awareness to drop down on your body and it expands. And it's within your expanded energy. And you allow it to feel what it's feeling. And eventually it will also expand and then it heals. Here's what you're doing. It is energy that's been crystallized. And once you allow it to heal like that, it melts like putting sugar in warm water. The crystallization just melts and it dissolves. So that pain, the crystallization of pain that's stuck in your belly, your heart, your solar plexus, or wherever, it melts away. And now that part is healed. And then another one will come up, and then you do the same thing. So let me look at Adam's thing here. Oops, cut that out. Let me look at this here. Hold on. So take half time off. At the very least, you need to take a year off. Now, if you've only been in a relationship for a year, take 6 months off. It is well worth it, okay? And if you are in a relationship, you could still do these things. Allow your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, allow them to go do their thing while you stay at home, and that's okay. All right? So number 2, you need to reconnect. Okay, this is good. I'm going to read this off. Okay, number 2, you need to reconnect with yourself. That's why you are feeling all this pain, because there's these parts in you that are, it's like your spirit, your soul, like they're your little babies. And you forgot, you've been pushing them away. I don't want to feel that. You've been pushing them away. I don't want to feel that. And guess what? Now they're scared. Now they feel alone. Now they don't know who to turn to. And you're the one feeling it because they're a part of you. You need to say, come here. You need to stop relying on drugs and alcohol and beer and cigarette smoking all the time to distract you. That's why a lot of people smoke cigarettes, because they've got pain and hurt inside. It's a distraction. All right? They block off from. It's not. It's all kinds of things. It could be computers, whatever. So you need to. So you need to reconnect with yourself. That's why you're feeling all this pain. This is what it's all about. Thus, the earlier email where I stated you need to take time to be with yourself, hold yourself, and just be there for your inner self. It needs your love and attention. That's how they heal. It needs your awareness. You need to be with it, because it's like you forgot those parts. You don't want to deal with them. Well, that doesn't make your children feel good. Number 3, you need to protect. This is key. You need to protect your inner self. It needs you to learn to walk away from anyone who hurts you or is showing signs of being mean, rude, or disrespectful. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm on a dating site, a dating app online right now, and the minute someone starts being a bitch, or sorry, I shouldn't use that word, But it starts being mean, rude, disrespectful. Yeah, I just delete them. Done. I'm not going to allow when someone's showing me like, yeah, I'm poking at you, I'm purposely trying to hurt you, and I want you to let me in. Hell no. No more. No more. No more. No, because it only gets worse. If someone's being rude and disrespectful, you need to pick up on that. And this is about protecting yourself. Now, something happens when you do this. The number one thing you must learn on this planet is self-esteem, which really means self-protection. That's what self-esteem is. It's when you protect this sensitive being inside and you're like, nope, sorry, no more. It's not allowed. Don't ever call me. You blocked him on your cell phone, email, whatever. You're like, no, sorry, not doing that. Watch this. All the spiritual things you have heard in your spiritual teachings from your temple, your church, will come alive once you protect the divine being inside. This is God inside you. I'm going to tell you, that's what it's your spirit. It's your soul. Once you do this, that divine being, once protected, loved, and supported by you, will fully support you, and your manifestations will begin to come to life. The divine being inside you is like a child. It's very, very sensitive and emotional, and you need to protect it. That doesn't mean ignore it, I don't have emotions, I don't have feelings, I'm strong. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying open it up to you. When you're around other people, if they're being mean, if they're being hurtful, you got to cut them out of your life. Once it begins to, now, once these parts, so once your spirit, your soul, your divine being, God, once it begins to trust you and realizes you are aware of it and you protect it, your life will begin to transform. You need to become best buddies with your inner self. Best teammates with yourself. This is called internal power. And let me tell you something, it changes everything. The way people treat you, the way you allow people to treat you or don't allow them to treat you, and all, your life becomes better. Here's what happens. You raise yourself up a level or level up even more. And people up here treat each other better than people down here. The reason why people are down here is because they don't treat themselves good. And thus, they don't treat others good. That's why self-love is so important. The more you self-love, self-respect, self-protect, your self-esteem goes up. You go up, you level up, and people up here are like, oh, okay, he's one of us. It's because these people are like, no, I'm not going to play that game where we hurt each other. So the more you are good to yourself, the more you're good to others, and the more others see that. And part of this game is when these people hurt you, even though you've been good to them, cut them out. That is part of the learning. And then you level up, and these people are like, oh, awesome, you're a good person that I can open up and be around. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. I hope this video has impacted you. If you want to make a donation, click on the donation button down, it's about halfway down, or buy one of my books. God bless you guys. I hope this has helped you. See you.